Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hydration Jason. Now, in the last video, I talked about another video that I was going to make talking about the original Legend of Zelda. Now, I want to go over why and how I finally fell in love with Zelda as a franchise. More specifically, the original Zelda, because that's what started it all, right? So, my very first introduction with Zelda, Legend of Zelda, was when I found my dad's old NES in the basement. They had a few games, one of them being the first Legend of Zelda with that beautiful gold cartridge. When I first got that, it didn't have the save battery didn't work anymore, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't know, I didn't think to look up a walkthrough, I didn't think to look up a Let's Play, I didn't think to look up anything. And so, yeah, I didn't know what the hell to do. Because Zelda really wasn't my thing. I didn't, at that point, I didn't like a lot of RPGs. I was a Mario fan. I really, in terms of video games, I really only played Mario for a very long time. I got my first DS when I was like 8, 7, or 6 maybe, 7 I think, because of 2012. Christmas of 2012 I got that, and I got Mario games with it, and that's what I gravitated towards, was Mario. It wasn't until a lot later when I showed interest in Zelda. When Disc Replay was a thing where I live, they're closed now. They closed because of the pandemic, I believe. But when Disc Replay was a thing, I saw this. This is the classic NES series, Legend of Zelda. And I saw this, and I immediately was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get that," because I'd heard about the classic NES series from Nintendo. I'd heard about that, and I was like, "Oh, why not?" And actually, this was way later. I bought this off eBay, but I got the classic NES series, Dr. Mario. So I got both of these, and it would be cool to complete the original US lineup, but I'll get to it when I get to it. But yeah, so I picked this up. I figured, why not? And I just thought, why not? And I think that was also the trip where I picked this game up as well, I believe. So I was more focused on this game because, again, even though I was more open to the idea of RPGs, it still wasn't really my thing. What took me to like really get interested in RPGs was, of course, Pokemon. But when I finally got into Pokemon, that was when I was like, okay, RPGs are cool. I didn't really understand Legend of Zelda a lot. I watched some videos on it, but it didn't really click with me, if that makes any sense. When I would play this, I would restart my save file sometimes, because I would just be lost. And I would play this, and I think the farthest I'd gotten at this point was like 3 pieces of the Triforce. Like, I had done 3 dungeons, like, out of order and stuff like that, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And so this was very recently. This was about a week before Thanksgiving, or a few days before Thanksgiving break, this year. I was on a road trip, not a road trip, but I had gone up to visit my mom on the car ride, and I was like, I was gonna bring my Game Boy, and I was like, screw it, I'll bring this game. And so on the way up there, I restarted my save file, and I started it, and I was like, you know what I should do? I should follow a walkthrough on the internet. So I pulled up a Let's Play, Googled Legend of Zelda NES with commentary, and I did the entirety of like the first like few dungeons, just on the way, and I finished some that night as well, and I did all those, and I finally beat the game a couple days before, I think a day or two before Thanksgiving, which is actually where another video I'm going to make is about Pokemon is going to pick up on. But I beaten the game a few days before Thanksgiving, and I was hooked. I've already asked for Zelda stuff for Christmas. Like, I I asked for that for Christmas, so like I asked for a figure, and then I asked for a Link to the Past for the Game Boy. But I asked for that for Christmas, so I am hooked. Like I watched the Cinemassacre Zelda timeline video on that James Rolfe Cinemassacre made, and like the AVGN video, and that was fucking hilarious in my mind. But or I thought it was hilarious. But I love it. I love it. It made me like realize, like, I watched the Scott Laws video as well, and I think he described it very well, and the way he described it was very true. He said using a guide. Some people say using a guide was cheating. But he said that he thought it was more. He thought it was just as fun or more fun because it felt like I was following you would be following a treasure map, like you were traversing the steps of an old legend or something like that, you know. And I thought, you know, that makes sense. And I just, you know, I really I just gravitated towards it, I guess, in a weird way. Like I just think it's cool, like the fact that this and then Mario Bros were made in the fathoms of time, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying, but in that way, like, I think that's really, really, really cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just really gravitated towards it, and I want it. And this, ironic, again, the game that started it all, it made me want, it makes me want to play more of the games, whereas before, like, I didn't know what I was doing. And I've come to terms with, like, that's, like, other than Mario, like, that's how most of my relationships with other game franchises are. Like, I need to follow along with something. Like, I can't just go in blind as much as I would like to. Like, I need to follow along with something or other just to know, like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to go. And that's what I did. I got through the first dungeons. I have not done Master Quest. I don't know if I'm going to do Master Quest on this, because I tried. I will not lie. I won't lie. I can't get past the first dungeon. Not right now. I can't do it. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Maybe I will go back to this at some point. Maybe I'll make a part 2 to this. I don't know. But again, I didn't expect to fall in love with this franchise, but crazier things have happened. I can't wait to play more of these games, and I can't wait to get my stuff for Christmas. But yeah, I also really want to play the GameCube games as well. But yeah, again, this is a classic game series that I'm really upset that I'm just starting to get into. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little silly story again. More Game Boy videos soon, more videos in general. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and